Well, hey there, wrestling fans. It's your pal Jack Ambrose here. I'm the voice of Ultimate Championship Wrestling and North Pro Canadian Wrestling, and I'm also the voice who's welcoming you to the Unofficial Maritime Wrestling Podcast.
Canadian strong, maritime proud. Hear the roar of the fans, feel the crowd. Every slam, every fight, every story we shout. Legends are born, there's no doubt. From Halifax rings to PI lights, the action is heavy, the energy ignites. Feel the thrill, it's gonna be a blast. Welcome to the Unofficial Maritime Wrestling Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Unofficial Maritime Wrestling Podcast. Back once again with another episode 47 to be specific. Joined by the entire crew, the big boss himself.
How's it going, boys?
Good. Jason the Magic Man Casey.
I am here.
He is here. Mark the muted Mark.
That was a lie. I unmuted myself.
You unmuted afterwards. So no shows to review from last weekend, but we did come prepared. We are starting off with Mark's side of the ring.
Cue the song, please.
I don't have one.
Cue the song, please. Oh, shoot. No, sorry.
So what match did you watch for Mark's side of the ring?
So this was very different. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I think it's the first time that I watched this type of match. I've never watched one before. I don't think Corey might be able to say otherwise. I don't know. I might have gone to his place to watch wrestling, and we would have watched one of them. Maybe
NXT, but I can't confirm or deny that one. So maybe.
I was not even familiar with how it worked. So it's a surprise to me. But this was a UCW...
Mark, to be fair, you weren't even familiar with the wrestlers. You asked me if it was Marcus Burt, and it was Steven Sullivan.
Oh, yeah. I was like, holy fuck, dude. Well, it's because I was watching the video with an ad on the side, and I never noticed that I could just exit out. So I was like, I was trying to figure out, like, what the fuck? Is that 2018 Marcus Burke with, like, long black hair? Or what's going on there? But
to be fair, he does look like Marcus Burke at one point.
Yeah,
like had the long hair.
Side profile, he did.
Yeah.
But, this was a UCW War Games match from 2018. So this is featuring a couple of different people that I had never seen. I'm going to touch on those a little bit later, but... So we have one team, these were the faces, I guess, which would be Dubeyes, which is Dylan Davis and Max Power. So that's another thing. I had another guy mixed up here. As I asked you a couple of times about it, and he was like, I haven't watched it yet. And I was like, can you please tell me who this is? Like, I don't know who this is. And then there was Sabotage on the same team. And then
now, if you don't know who Sabotage is, I'm going to take you behind the woodshed.
Oh, no. If you don't know who Sabotage is, you're fired.
That's a problem, yeah. But that was against the heel team, which is mostly made up of NSPW talent, which would have been, Kickin' and Stompin'. This is a team that I had never seen. I've seen Steven Sullivan, but I've never seen Kickin' and Stompin'. That was very interesting. I'm going to touch on that as well later on.
So, for people that don't know, Steven Sullivan and Ivan Sullivan, they almost had like a Briscoe Brothers type of gimmick. Right. But Steven Sullivan, for early IHW guys, I don't know if Corey knows this, Steven Sullivan had a gimmick in IHW called Raisin.
Yep.
So, that was his...
It was actually Razin, technically.
Razin.
But the French comes out. Carry on.
There you go.
Yeah. But actually, fun fact, I think we went to a North Pro show where he was wearing his tights that had that name on the side. I remember we spotted that. I remember that.
North Pro shows that you've seen him at, there's only one. And I don't remember about the tights, but it was a TV taping. It was for the Bell. He had two matches.
Young guy there.
Well, he had two matches. He had one against Hayden.
Hayden
Yeah.
Bright,
And he had another match as well, but I can't remember against who. Yeah,
It was a tag match, I think.
it might have been. But then there was another match. Well, there was the Massacre at the Capitol. He was there with Kicking and Stomping.
That was Kicking and Stomping avec Claude Maloney.
Yeah.
One of the best managers in Quebec right now.
Oh, man. But yeah, that was interesting. But then there was also Simply Michel, which is Michel Plante, as we know him now. So Michel. And then there was the American Patriot, which is known as Troy Merrick. So this was, again, 2018. So a little bit of a flashback. We're looking at almost 8 years now. Surprisingly, like, it doesn't feel that far, but it's 8 years, guys.
It's unreal.
Yeah, but this is where it got a little bit confusing with me. Because again, as mentioned, I wasn't familiar with Kicking and Stomping. And the video starts with Davis in the ring, or in the cage, sorry, with Kicking and Stomping, so the Sullivans. And I was watching that start of the match, and within the first 30 seconds, Davis is stuck in between Kicking and Stomping. And all of a sudden, they go to punch him, they punch each other, and then they keep punching each other. And that's where I was like, what the fuck is that? Max Power? Because, like, did he turn on Dylan Davis? Is that, like, who the fuck is who here? Like, what is going on? Like, I was so confused anyway. It was hilarious. I had to ask Corey a couple of times because I was lost already within 30 seconds. So, but, so, like, I thought they were opponents. It was kind of funny, but I enjoy that kind of interaction in between them. And again, like, I wasn't very familiar with the War Games matches, like, outside of the double rings. Like, that was as far as I knew about it. I know that, like, in this match, they didn't have the full cage, but typically they do, correct?
Yeah.
Like, it goes over the ring and, like... Yeah, okay. But, like, it was kind of funny, because, like, it was either Steven or Ivan. I think they both did it, where they were like, let me out! And then I was like, but if they go out, aren't they eliminated? Like, what? How does this work? Like, I was bringing up those
War Games is traditionally a cage with a roof. Yeah. And you start with two guys, and you have to wait until everybody comes in. And in the old NWA days, it was submission or surrender. There was no pinfall.
Right.
Okay. I'm not 100% sure how they worked it in UCW, but in WWE, they have pinfalls now. Because every match has pinfalls. Yeah,
UCW was pinfalls, and they were allowed to leave the cage to go retrieve weapons. So
yeah. But that's the gist of the match is you have to wait until all the opponents are in for the match beyond, as Dusty Rhodes would call it. So it was always called War Games, the match beyond. But the match beyond happened after everybody came in.
Okay, so that's where, like, somebody could be eliminated. I guess.
Right, and you couldn't pin anybody until all opponents were in the match.
Yeah. So the original, it's not elimination, it's just when someone loses, the entire team loses. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's interesting, yeah, because I kind of noted down that, like, the entire team needs to be eliminated in order for the other team to win, for the victors to come out, basically. So
it must have been a UCW thing.
Yeah. But other than the team, again, of Kicking and Stomping, it was my first time seeing Max Power, so that was very interesting. I don't feel like it was long. Like, I think he was the last one to come in, if I'm not mistaken. So,
correct.
Like, it's interesting to see him, because now I kind of feel like he might be winding down. He might be wrestling less matches than he was in the past. So, to kind of go back and see
sort of, I guess.
Parkside, Dave Boyce Championship Wrestling,
UCW. He's a UCW Tag Team Champion right now.
That's right. Yeah. That's
He's
right.
part of NWO.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Staying true to his roots, right? The buys. But yeah, there's a couple of points of note here, like the fact that Ivan Sullivan was wielding a wrestling boot for like probably half of the match, slapping people in the face. Like, it was just, I don't know. It's like you said, they kind of have that dynamic of like the Briscoes, or like it's kind of barbaric, but yet hilarious.
I think that the gimmick was, I say Briscoes, but it was almost like hillbilly like. Like,
That's right.
They're like,
you know what I mean?
They dress like lumberjacks, like
Yeah,
because they wear kind of like the undershirts that a lumberjack would typically wear outside when he's cutting wood.
Red long johns, and
That's right.
Yeah,
it was kind of funny, honestly. But yeah, like that boot went through the whole match basically. Like, it was hilarious. But yeah, like there were a couple of very painful looking spots that I noticed. Like when they tried to put New Hook through a table.
Yeah.
I don't know if the first attempt there with Steven Sullivan was meant to put him through, but I was like, shit.
Yeah, I think the first attempt when it came off the top of the cage was supposed to put him through, but literally just bounced off of him.
Yeah.
Like, that's why they go with doors table now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like that fucking, man, that table was in for, it was in for the rest of the match, I think, or was trying at least.
Well, the second attempt, when they did finally put him through, it took a power bomb to put him through, and still it didn't break all the way. So it was definitely a stiff table for sure.
Oh, fuck
I am the table.
Who's the chair?
Chairman,
Fine, I'll be the chair.
I thought it was Laparca. Chairman.
I guess, sure. But yeah, like it was like, it's odd how, you know, since I'd never watched these types of matches, I always expected they would be like the main match of the card, where they would go on for like nearly an hour, considering the rules of the match. You know, like, as we know, the clip for this match, who knows, we might have missed like maybe a couple of minutes, considering there were 3 guys in the cages, but like they went on for 24 minutes, that video. So like it wasn't that long. Like the results, you know, kind of leading down to there went really, really fast, because, you know, it's not really spoiling anything, but the heels completely swept the faces. Everybody was remaining in that match for the heels.
Well, that's the way it is. That's a War Games. There's no elimination. It's like the whole 4-on-4, and then once everybody's in, it's whoever gets the pinfall, and then it's game over.
Is it really?
Yeah. So when Sabotage left, they left on their own accord. They kind of like turned their backs on Device.
That was their heel turn.
That was their heel turn. So it's not like they got eliminated. They just walked away. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, see, that's where I kind of got myself mixed up, because I was understanding that everybody needed to be eliminated.
Not at all.
So
there's no eliminations at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Cool. So had they been heels since that time until like, you know, until like Fracture broke up?
I'm not sure.
I think Fracture started around that time, because I believe they were baby faces, and this would have been their first heel run. Because not long after this, you have the Marcus Burke Troy Merrick feud, where Sabotage really came into their own, being the henchman of Troy Merrick and all that. And it was a violent, bloody feud. New Scott actually has a compilation on his channel about the Burke Merrick feud that I highly recommend. Like, that was feud of the year, 2018 or 19, whichever year that feud really did get started. It was amazing.
So that means that was one of the last matches where Merrick was the Patriot.
It has to be.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly when he made the switch, but yeah, it's got to be close to like the end of that.
2018. 2018. I went to one UCW show, and Merrick was on commentary as the American Patriot.
Okay.
And by the time North Pro came back, he's full-blown concussion dealer Troy Merrick, and eventually Dream Killer Troy Merrick. So there's a transition, and his feud with Burke, he wasn't the American Patriot. So we're right around the time where that gimmick change happened.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah,
they had an interesting dynamic, eh? Like the American Patriot with the guys from Quebec.
Yeah, yeah. Like even when Troy came in, he was like, "America," and then Michelle was
Yeah.
like, "No, no, 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 it's Quebec."
Quebec.
Yeah, yeah. So it was a funny little segment, but
Yeah. But like just before the end of the match, there was one thing. Like I had messaged Corey about it because it was hilarious. It was kind of about again that dynamic between kicking and stomping, where like Ivan was on the top rope and he was holding. I think it was Max Power or Dylan Davis. I couldn't
One or
quite
the
recall
other.
who it was. Yeah, but then he goes, "Steve, get over here!" And then he looks at him. And he's like, "I'm Steve." That got me. I was gone right there.
Yeah.
Like that's the type of shit we're missing right now. Like that's like
Full-blown gimmicks. I love the full-blown gimmicks. Like, there's nothing wrong with a full-blown gimmick.
yeah.
Like, I'd rather see a character than 1,000 moves in one match and nobody sells.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, right.
Yeah. But yeah, like it made it interesting. Like it made
Absolutely.
the whole dynamic just again, they're basically barbarians. Like they don't know it's like they don't know how to function outside of fighting, like
Yeah.
But yeah, like it was a sweep. So the way that I see it, I can't imagine that like following this match. I haven't really done my research, but I can't imagine that it just went by like that. Like there had to be an underdog angle. I imagine that one of those faces won like the UCW title or some shit after, or
Not the UCW title, but the clear. So after this, Merrick and Sabotage form Fracture, and they feud with Burke. Dylan Davis becomes a single star, and he becomes like the next guy on the rise. So he's Dynamite Dylan Davis. He's coming out with the raincoat and the hat, and he's
Yeah, it started off with the yellow raincoat, yellow hat, something like Matt Kerr wears now.
Yeah.
Obviously not all full of marker, but then he switched to a black coat, black hat.
Yeah.
That's when I first started watching him. And then COVID hit, and then he come out as Moondog.
But before COVID, like a lot of people don't know this. The first ever NSPW Maritime champion is Dynamite Dylan Davis, and he unified the NSPW title with the UCW Maritime title, the Kobe Christ had. So upon unifying, they kept the NSPW belt and got rid of the UCW belt. But that belt's still going right now in North Pro. So that belt literally, it's an NSPW belt that's been defended in the Maritimes for 2 different promotions.
That's right. I like it though, because it keeps that bridge open, and like that era of UCW looked so interesting and so
late
different because of
2010s UCW was basically what North Pro eventually became. It was not for kids. It was really like just the top adult-oriented wrestling promotion. We have a few of those in the Maritimes, but at that point in time, it was hard to top.
Yeah, and I don't feel like they have that type of dynamic anymore, most likely due to relationships and whatever.
Yeah.
Happens.
Absolutely.
I get it. Yeah, but it looked like a great time, and honestly, like around that time, seeing those guys in their prime and, fucking shit up.
Yeah, it would have been fun. I just looked it up while you guys were talking. Troy made his change from the American Patriot to just his name on the 21st of June 2019 in UCW against Dylan Davis for the NSPW Maritime title. So it literally switched like within a month. Like he went from May 25th as the American Patriot to June 21st as Troy Merrick.
There you go.
So
very interesting. Yeah.
So anything else about this War Games match that you'd like to talk about?
I mean, honestly, not to forget, obviously, but we're seeing Emily Parker in this match. That's one of the things that I wanted to mention. 2018, so that's, again, 8 years ago. I'm not even sure how old she is right now. But
I'm not sure on her age, but I believe she was already a few years in. She started in IHW in like 2015, 16 maybe, like early IHW, like when they were doing that transition from the old IHW to, we're bringing in new talent and all that, like almost this switch up. She was brought in as Frank Parker's daughter, Emily, as a referee, and she hasn't looked back, and she's one of the top referees in the Maritimes right now.
That's right.
In Canada,
I'm
I should
happy
say.
for her, man.
Definitely Canada for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, she's ref for TNA, Maple Leaf Wrestling.
North Pro, and a bunch of different promotions in the Maritime. So
that's right.
Interesting dark side of the Mark side of the ring. Jeez, gonna get sued here.
Christ.
Jesus.
Almost had a trademark.
So on May 7th, 2016, she made her referee debut for Vision Pro.
Okay.
Vision.
Excellent.
Interesting. I thought it was IHW. The more you know.
Yeah. There's a great Slam Wrestling article on it. So just punch in Emily Parker, Slam Wrestling, and it'll come right up. But learn a little bit about the history of one of the best refs to come out of the Maritimes in our generation.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Parker legacy.
Yeah, it's cool too seeing babyface Justin as well. Like literally babyface, no facial hair. Looks like he's 12.
It's incredible how time has passed.
Yeah.
2018, 2019 doesn't really feel that far away, that long ago, but it is.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So with that being said, we're going to go into our upcoming shows.
Yeah, it's been a little slow start to the year, but 3 big shows coming up this weekend. Friday night, January 23rd, North Pro Kickstart My Heart at the Tide and Boar.
It's a great song.
VIP doors open at 6, general admission at 7. They've got a few matches announced so far. VIP match, the Muller James Manning versus Oni Bjornsson. VIP title match. PWO Trios titles are on the line. Highlight Heathens are taking on the Shadow Agency. Should be a great match. Yeah, maybe the Shimmy's back from holidays. So, singles match. Ian Pratt is taking on Alex Robbins. I think this is going to be a great match.
It's going to steal the show.
Northern Star Championship match. Dawson James is defending against the number 1 contender, Evan Gibbons. And the North Pro Championship match, Covey Christ is taking on Rudy Lockhart. I'm sure there's going to be a couple more matches in there as well. So, it's definitely a fun night. Friday night in Moncton. It's the Tide and Boar. Saturday, there's 2 shows. One in Nova Scotia, one in New Brunswick. So, Saturday, January 24th, UCW Blizzard Bash at the Spryfield Lions Rink. Again, VIP doors open at 6, general admission at 7. The UCW Tag Team Champions chips are on the line. Hollywood Heathens are taking on the NWO. The Atlantic Canadian Championship's on the line. Rudy Lockhart's going to try and defend it against Anthony Deuce Harlem. The Heavyweight Championship is also on the line. Chip Chambers is going to defend it against JP Sims with Boyce and Harlem in his corner. Also on the card, they've got listed WWE alumni Robbie McAllister, Jonathan Cross, Madison Miles, Dawson James, Ricky Mortis, the Heartbreaker, Ronnie Payne, Lincoln Steen, and more. So it sounds like it's going to be a stacked card. So that's Saturday night. As well on Saturday night, they have CCW has their New Year's Clash at the Capitol Exhibition Center. Times are a little different for this one. VIP doors open at 5 p.m. And general admission doors open at 6 p.m. They have a VIP match, a fatal four-way match for the NBWA River Valley Championship, number one contendership. Shano versus Matt Kerr versus Kirk Obey versus Oscar Ironside. They also have a singles match of Dan McCullough versus Big Bad LG Logan Green. They have two women's matches Saturday night. First one is Salem Wilder versus Casey Diamond from Quebec. And the second one is Stormy Hale versus the Matriarch from Saddle Lake, Alberta. Then they have the NBWA Tag Team Championship ladder match, CCW's first ever ladder match. Crude Oil will be defending their titles against Ace Dynasty once again. That feud seems never ending. Also on the card, the heavyweight champion Rick Owens will be there. Kerry Killam, the River Valley champion Hunter Sampson, Nick Strong, Zatara, Patrick O'Neill, Matt Strong, Narcissus Saint, the Ultimate Male Zane Valentine, Pat Persuasi, and more. So another stack card, 3 great shows this weekend coming up, 23rd and the 24th. So definitely, if you're in the areas, get out and see them because we're starting to wind up. I think not a whole lot scheduled yet for February, but I'm sure it's coming down the pipeline. So
Well, you're saying we're getting back to normal.
we're getting back to normal.
There you go. So
I love the ladder match, a tag team ladder match. You don't see them very often in the Maritimes.
Yeah.
You don't see them very often in New Brunswick, especially. So if you have an opportunity to get out to that CCW show, I think that's going to be a real treat.
Hey,
Absolutely.
big night for women's wrestling as well, eh?
Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
Oh,
I love
yeah.
to see them bringing in some talent from elsewhere and giving the girls somebody new to face off against.
Absolutely.
You know, good for them.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree with you guys more. Episode is not over. So in a few seconds, we will be having Connor Cook from the State of Maritime Wrestling Podcast, and we will be discussing some predictions for 2026. So enjoy that. All right. We are joined by the State of Maritime Wrestling very own, the Maritime Superfan, Connor Cook. How's it going, buddy?
Yo, what up? It's going good, man. Going good.
Yeah.
Happy to be here, man.
It's long overdue, right?
Yep, it's long overdue, that's for sure.
So we're here to just a few predictions for 2026, whatever comes to your guys' mind. Who wants to start this party? Connor, do you want to start?
Yeah, let's start.
All right.
All right.
What's a prediction for you for 2026?
So, prediction for me in 2026, well, with the CCW show coming up, New Year's Trash, with the Ace Dynasty getting their title rematch against Crude Oil in a ladder match for the first time ever, I think Ace Dynasty takes the tag team titles back.
Think they're taking them
And-
back.
Yeah.
And this is a big match. This is a ladder match.
Oh yeah, ladder match. That's gonna be like even more brutal, especially
Absolutely.
especially with doing the first one.
I mean, that's a great prediction. That's a really good prediction. Do you have any other predictions for 2026?
I think Brody Lockhart would definitely have a really long, big title run with the North Pro title, and even with Dawson James with the Northern Pro, the Northern Star. Thank you. Yeah.
Do you think Rudy Lockhart finishes 2026 still the North Pro champion?
Mm-hmm.
You do think so? Oh, interesting. Okay, we've heard from the man himself.
Yeah, even though he's holding a lot more titles this year, because he's the Red Rock Wrestling Light Heavyweight Champion.
Yep.
The Pro Wrestling Pro Wrestling Unleashed Champion, and the UCW Atlantic Canadian Champion there too.
And I think he'll have more by the end of the year. I think he's not done.
Yeah.
What's Rudy saying again?
Rudy can't fail. That's
Boom,
for sure.
there you go. So, who wants to go next for their predictions?
I think you go one cousin to the other. I mean,
There you go.
I'll step into it. Mine are a little bit different. So I think the breakout year this year, last year I was very high on Ethan Knight. I think this is going to be the year for Stormy Hale and Ricky Mortis. I think Stormy's going to have her breakout year.
Yeah, I agree.
She's so talented. I think sky's the limit for her. Hoping to see her break into some even more promotions this year. I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to predict a show of the year. Show of the year this year is going to be the Leo Burke Cup. I don't think anything's going to come close to it. That's just my gut feeling, just the amount of excitement around it. If you don't, when tickets come on sale, make sure you grab them early. I think this is going to sell out. It's going to be a huge show, and we can't wait to be there. And for a little negative prediction, I think we're going to lose a couple more people to Ontario this year. I wouldn't be surprised to see Hollywood Cole take a step out of the Maritimes and relocate a little bit. And I'm not sure that he's going to be the only one. But I think we lose some more people to Ontario just because the opportunities there right now are really something.
They're almost endless.
That's my predictions for 2026. I also predict that Corey still sucks throughout 2026 at predicting hockey games, and I'm still better looking than Mark the Mark. That's all.
Well, at least you're not better looking than me. I guess I'll go next. Mine, like Connor probably knows, mine are championship related.
Ultimate Warrior.
Ultimate Warrior. Ultimate
Can't wait
Warrior
for Ultimate
will...
Warrior to come back.
Yeah. Better not be one Warrior Nation. I don't want to see him. Seriously, though, Chris Charters. I predict that he wins back the IHW heavyweight title in 2026. And I'm going to go one step further. It's going to be at September to Surrender. Not the final show of the year, but I think he wins it at September to Surrender. I think the feud... Bold prediction. Probably wrong. He probably wins it at the final show of the year. But I do think that Chris Charters ends 2026 as the IHW heavyweight champion. Going to the island, a bold prediction here. I feel like Bradford Gillis ends 2026 as the Red Rock Wrestling heavyweight champion. I think he's the next guy up. I think if there's one guy that's going to replace Chris Cook that's native to the island, it's Bradford Gillis. And those are my two predictions. Who's next, as Goldberg would say?
I'll go next. ECPW. I think that Justin Newhook is going to lose the Celtic Roots Championship. Probably the first half of the year to Jonathan Cross, who's going to have a phenomenal year this year, I think. He's won a few titles in the past. I think that he's going to really light himself up this year. I think he's really going to have a good run this year. Celtic Roots Championship for me, I think, is right up his alley. And there's been a storyline brewing with ECPW over the last probably few to 6 months between him and Newhook anyway, so I think that's where it's going to turn to. Red Rock Wrestling, I think Rudy's going to lose the light heavyweight title probably between March and May to Hollywood Cole, I think. I think that's the trajectory I think they're going to go with. But I agree with Corey. I think Bradford Gillis gets the heavyweight title there. And one further prediction, Loot Prestige. I think LG is going to drop the Loot Prestige title this year. And I think by the end of 2026, that title is going to be around Patrick O'Neill's waist.
Got to say the name twice.
Oh,
Right.
yeah. See the name twice.
He is. One guy left. He's always coming up the rear. Mark the Mark.
You were saving the best for last, weren't you?
The best for last.
Man.
Save the best for first. The last, it's, we're done here. Let's go, move on.
You know. Oh, man. No, you were just letting me rest my voice so I can sound as good as I always do.
The best voice in the podcast, Mark the Mark. He's a legend in his own mouth.
Oh, man. So. There's I put down some dominoes here. I really did put down some dominoes.
No,
There's
wrestlers,
a domino
Mark.
effect.
Wrestlers.
No. I'm talking about the domino effect here. So, first thing, I'm gonna mention exactly what Jason said there with LG dropping the Prestige title. That's gonna happen some way, somehow, because here's the thing. CCW has the deepest, I'm not gonna say prospect pool, but the deepest championship pedigree talent pool, I guess, if you want to put it that way, for what they have.
It could go from multiple. You wouldn't be surprised by multiple guys holding that title.
Exactly. And now, who knows? There's different ways to do this. LG could be a double champion. He could hold the Prestige title, and he could hold the River Valley title, right?
It's possible.
Yeah, exactly. But But I think he will drop the Prestige title in order to defeat Hunter Sampson for the River Valley Championship. That's a step up, hypothetically. So I think that needs to happen for the next thing to happen, for Spike ST to defeat LG for the River Valley Championship. Again, you're bringing up those guys, right? One at a time. Then who knows? LG go up to the big yellow title picture, and then he could potentially win that. Who knows? But we'll have to see by then, right? But the end goal here is that Chevron will defeat Spike ST for the NBWA River Valley Championship.
Like you're talking about a hot potato year then.
This could be the whole year.
Well, you're talking about a very hot potato year because they're feuding for the tag belts. So you're telling me that they would have the tag belts. It would go from Connor's point, it would go from Crude Oil to Ace Dynasty, and they'd quickly lose those. And then all that
technically wouldn't have to lose the tag titles. They could continue to have the tag titles.
They could. That's true. But for the River Valley, you're talking about a hot potato year.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You're talking, from Hunter to LG,
to
LG
Spike.
to Spike,
ST,
and then
Chevron.
From Spike to Chevron. 4 championships. 4 champions in 2026. I mean, it's possible.
I mean, I agree. I agree with Mark, but I don't think it happens all in 2026. I think most of that goes into 2027. I think LG winning the title from Hunter Sampson maybe this summer, and he holds it into 2027. And first show back, maybe Spike takes it. By the summer, Chevron takes it, and continuing that feud, like not Hunter Sampson, but Spike ST versus Chevron has become one of the top feuds in the Maritimes. What do you say, Connor?
I think, it's been a big friggin'. They've been having a big feud, especially both in the tag division with Ace Dynasty and Crude Oil and CCW and the whole feud in IPW there.
IPW, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's really been 2 big feuds all of 2025. It's either been Spike and Chevron or Ethan Knight and Rudy Lockhart.
Yep.
That was the 2 biggest feuds throughout the entire year. So, there's definitely something brewing. I think the Ethan and Rudy feud is going to cool down a little bit in 2026. I think the Chevron and Spike feud is just going to heat up even more. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I kind of want to add something, though.
Go for it.
I was kind of curious about your predictions of Corey's predictions last show, I think, that we talked about Superstars of Wrestling, so it's going to be Fantana versus Alex Robbins for the Cruiserweight Championship.
Yeah.
And we saw Fantana win it. That's how kind of how
won it yet. Well,
we were predicting it.
And it's like I said, I kind of made my top 3 list of cruiserweights with Superstars of Wrestling. How Fantana is kind of the flagship cruiserweight in the Maritimes. We kind of have to agree with that. There's no other way to say it. But then close second and third with how Jarice Sterning's kind of coming into his own and really quickly becoming a star Number 2 has to be Rudy Lockhart, and number 3 has to be Dries. There's really no other way to put it. So I think by the end of the year, there has to be a title change there if it really is Fantana that wins it.
Here's my take on Alex Robbins. Alex Robbins, we've all seen him wrestle. If we haven't seen him live, we've seen him online. Alex Robbins is really good for a guy that has under 10 matches. If you go with him, is it too much too soon? That's my worry with that. That's why I think you go with Fantana.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I don't think Alex Robbins wins that title now. I mean, if they were going to give it to a rookie, this early instead of Fantana, it would have been Fantana versus Dries.
Absolutely.
But I mean, the way the cards are laid out right now, Fantana's going to get the title, which is great because it's going to, like we say all the time, it's going to put prestige on the title.
Yeah.
And then the doors open after that because they have a really good cruiserweight division. There's a lot of young, smaller guys. I mean,
here's a question:
Cole's a smaller guy.
Yeah,
is
Ricky
guy.
Mortis working for Superstars?
I don't think he has, eh?
I don't know if he has or not.
I think he fits the cruiserweight division.
Oh, absolutely.
So that was some of our predictions. Anything else to add before we call this an episode?
No, that was great.
Big thank you to Connor Cook.
We could literally sit here and talk about predictions all night, but we'll have to wait and see what happens the rest of the year.
Exactly.
True.
Exactly. So
thinking that might help you, but apparently not.
So that is the episode. Thank you very much to Connor Cook for joining us. And we will see you all in 7 days. Till then, take care, guys.
Take care. Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in to the Unofficial Maritime Wrestling Podcast. We drop new episodes every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Atlantic Time, so make sure to join us each week. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram, and also listen to the episodes and interviews on all your favorite podcast platforms, like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more. And if you want to support us even further, grab one of our t-shirts over at Pro Wrestling Tees. Just scan the QR code to get yours. Until next time, thanks for listening and supporting Maritime Wrestling.